Christopher Hemsworth born August 11, 1983 is an Australian actor. He rose to prominence playing Kim Hyde in the Australian TV series Home and Away, 2004-07 before beginning a film career in Hollywood by taking on parts in the science fiction film Star Trek, 2009, and the thriller A Perfect Getaway, 2009. Hemsworth went on to star in the fantasy film Snow White and the Huntsman, 2012, the war film Red Dawn, 2012, the action thriller Black Hat, 2015, the biographical thriller In the Heart of the Sea, 2015, the comedy Ghostbusters, 2016, and the Men in Black film series spin-off Men in Black, International, 2019. His most critically acclaimed roles include the comedy horror The Cabin in the Woods, 2012, and the biographical sports film Rush, 2013, in which he portrayed James Hunt. Hemsworth's greatest commercial successes have been with the Marvel Cinematic Universe, playing Thor, beginning in Thor, 2011, and most recently with Avengers, Endgame, 2019, which established him as one of the leading and highest paid actors in the world. 3-4. Hemsworth was born in Melbourne, 5, to Leonie, née Van Os, 6, an English teacher, and Craig Hemsworth, a social services counselor. 7-8, he is the middle of three boys. His brothers Luke, older, and Liam, younger, are also actors. His maternal grandfather is a Dutch immigrant and his maternal grandmother is of Irish descent. 9, he also has English, Scottish, and German ancestry. 6, he was raised both in Melbourne and in the Australian outback in Bulman, Northern Territory. He has stated, "My earliest memories were on the cattle stations up in the outback, and then we moved back to Melbourne and then back out there and then back again. Certainly most of my childhood was in Melbourne, but probably my most vivid memories were up there, in Bulman, with crocodiles and buffalo. Very different walks of life." 5, he attended high school at Heathmont College 5, before his family again returned to the Northern Territory, and then moved a few years later to Phillip Island. 10. Hemsworth began his career by appearing in several television series. In 2002, Hemsworth starred in 2 episodes of fantasy television series Guinevere Jones as King Arthur, as well as making an appearance in soap opera series Neighbours and 1 episode of Martial Law. The following year, he appeared in an episode of The Saddle Club. In 2004, Hemsworth auditioned for the role of Robbie Hunter in Australian soap opera Home and Away. He did not receive the part, but was subsequently recalled for the part of Kim Hyde. He moved to Sydney to join the cast, appearing in 171 episodes of the series. 11, he left the cast of Home and Away on July 3, 2007. Hemsworth later revealed that though he became more visible after Home and Away, his work in a soap opera did not earn him respect from the film industry. 12. Hemsworth was a contestant on the 5th season of Dancing with the Stars Australia, partnered with professional dancer Abby Ross. The season premiered on September 26, 2006, and after 6 weeks, Hemsworth was eliminated on 7th of November. Hemsworth's appearance in the franchise almost cost him the role of Thor, as producers of the Marvel film franchise feared fans would be put off. 13. In 2009, Hemsworth portrayed James T. Kirk's father, George Kirk, in the opening scenes of J.J. Abrams' film Star Trek. The role was initially offered to Matt Damon, who declined. Abrams appreciated Hemsworth taking up the role. 14. Josh Tyler from Cinema Blend was impressed with Hemsworth, describing the actor's scene as the best 5 minutes I've spent in a movie theater this year. 15. The film was a box office success, grossing $385.7 million. 16. That same year, Hemsworth played the character Cale in the thriller A Perfect Getaway. It was a modest success, grossing $22 million against a $14 million budget. 17, and received mixed reviews. 18-19, although Hemsworth was praised for his appropriately intimidating performance of a thuggish backpacker. 20, Paul Young from Screen Rant also praised Hemsworth's performance as solid. 21. Hemsworth went on to play Sam in 2010's Cash alongside English actor Sean Bean, which was the first film he shot when he arrived in the United States. The film's director, Stephen Milburn Anderson, said Hemsworth had only been in the United States for 6 weeks when he had auditioned for the role, recalling, "Here's a guy who is young, has the right look, is a very good actor and, let's face it, he's beautiful. So I say, we need to get this guy in. I was very impressed." 22. In November 2010, The Hollywood Reporter named Hemsworth as one of the young male actors who are pushing, or being pushed onto the Hollywood A-list. 23. In 2011, Sony Pictures announced that Hemsworth would star in the thriller Shadowrunner. 24, though the film has yet to go into production. That same year, Hemsworth was cast as the superhero Thor in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. His first film in the franchise was 2011's Thor. He and castmate Tom Hiddleston, who ultimately played Loki, had each auditioned for the role, for which Hemsworth said he put on 20 pounds of muscle. 25, grossing a worldwide total of $449.3 million. 26, Thor was the 15th highest grossing film of 2011. 27, the film received positive reviews. 28, and Hemsworth's portrayal of the God of Thunder was praised by Kenneth Turan of the Los Angeles Times. 29, Hemsworth reprised the role the following year for the film The Avengers, 2012, as one of the 6 superheroes, alongside Robert Downey Jr.'s Tony Stark, Iron Man, Chris Evans's Steve Rogers, Captain America, Mark Ruffalo's Bruce Banner, Hulk, Scarlett Johansson's Natasha Romanova, Black Widow, and Jeremy Renner's Clint Barton, Hawkeye, sent to defend Earth from his adopted brother, Loki. 30, the film was a critical 31, and commercial success, grossing $1.519 billion worldwide. 32, the ensemble casts were praised for their on-screen chemistry by Peter Travers from the Rolling Stone. 33. Although Hemsworth shot the horror film The Cabin in the Woods shortly after the release of Star Trek, the former went unreleased until 2012. It garnered positive reviews. 34, and his portrayal of alpha male jock Kurt Vaughn was described by Allison Foreman from Mashable as his sexiest role yet. 35, Hemsworth later starred opposite Kristen Stewart in the film Snow White and the Huntsman, 2012, as the Huntsman. Although a commercial success, grossing $396 million worldwide. 36, it received mixed reviews. 37, critics were critical of Hemsworth and Stewart's on-screen chemistry, and Angela Watercutter from The Wired felt that the characters were not fully fleshed out. 38, Hemsworth was cast as Jed Eckert in the 2012 Red Dawn remake after MGM saw Daly's footage of a scene from The Cabin in the Woods. 39, he was cast as Thor 2 days after being cast in Red Dawn. 39, the film was a box office bomb, grossing only $50 million against a production budget of $65 million. 40, and received negative reviews. 41. In 2013, Hemsworth starred in Ron Howard's sports drama film Rush American Samoa 1976 Formula One world champion James Hunt. 42, the film was critically praised and became a box office success, grossing $98.2 million against a budget of $38 million. 43, Henry Barnes from The Guardian praised Hemsworth's portrayal, admiring him for delivering the superb script with some mastery. 44, later that year, Hemsworth reprised the character Thor for the sequel to Thor in Thor, The Dark World, 2013. 45, although a commercial success with a worldwide gross of $644.6 million. 46, the film became the lowest-rated film in the MCU franchise on the review aggregator website Rotten Tomatoes at 66% approval rating. 47, Hemsworth's on-screen chemistry with Hiddleston was praised by critics. Ben Child of The Guardian said, "Thanks to Hiddleston and Hemsworth's impressive collective charisma, Thor: The Dark World is far from a franchise killer." 48.